Happy Republic Day to all. आशीष अग्रसर सागरिका आशुतोष अखिलेश महेश्वरी आयुष मनीष गौतम विकास हरप्रीत ओके नेहा श्रीवास्तव अखिलेश ओके we are in the second part of Charvaka philosophy. Charvaka philosophy, two parts. First part, theory of knowledge, it's completed already. In theory of knowledge, we have discussed how Charvakas have accepted perception as a source of valid knowledge and refuted validity of inference, verbal testimony, etc. Inference, verbal testimony, etc. are negated by them. In rejection of transcendental entities, we have already discussed how they have refuted soul, refutation of God, refutation of heaven and hell, etc. And this one is completed. Ayush Gautam. Class number. This was the last part of Charvaka's philosophy. Must be aware. Maybe 5 or 6, but this was the last class related to Charvaka philosophy. We have already refuted soul, God, heaven and hell, etc. Heaven and hell. It's rejected. Is it completed? Today itself, I will try to discuss. Yes, Maheshwari. Let me complete the part first, Charvaka philosophy. After completing Charvaka philosophy, even I will discuss previous year's questions. Clear? Yes, Maheshwari. After completing Charvaka. Okay? Because so we have already refuted soul, God, heaven and hell. Next point, note down. Next point, note down. Refutation of rebirth. Refutation of rebirth. Rebirth completed or not completed? एक बात बोलेंगे सारे लोग. We have already discussed notion of rebirth. Rebirth means to take birth again and again. We have completed these 3 parts, or this one is also completed. Rebirth. Now start to write rebirth. Charvakas have rejected soul, God, heaven and hell. Now we are going to write rebirth. Note down. No, okay. Not completed. Rebirth means to take birth again and again. To take birth again and again. Note down. This one is the meaning of the term rebirth. Rebirth. Rebirth means to take birth again and again. Note down second point. What is said by Charvaka? Notion of rebirth is related to soul. Notion of rebirth is okay. Notion of rebirth is related to soul. Notion of rebirth is related to soul. Since Charvakas have denied existence of soul, that's why they have also denied rebirth, previous birth, etc. First point, take birth again and again is known as rebirth. Concept of rebirth is related to soul. Since Charvakas have denied soul, that's why they have even denied. Since they have denied soul, that's why they have even denied notion of rebirth. According to the Charvaka philosophy, this life is the last life. You will neither they have accepted previous birth, Purva Janam, or neither they have accepted any future birth. Future birth is known as rebirth. To take birth in future is known as rebirth. So they have neither accepted previous birth nor accepted rebirth. Since previous birth, rebirth, such kind of notions are related to soul, and since they have denied soul, that's why they have denied rebirth also. According to them, this life is the last life. First life and last life. Neither before you will accept any life, nor after death you will find any life. Said by whom? Said by Charvaka. Yes, class start हो गई. अब क्या प्रॉब्लम है अग्रसर? Amit Gupta. So they have denied even rebirth. Why? It is said by him that, it is said by Charvaka that the notion of rebirth is dependent on the basis of three types of karmas. What are those three types of karmas? Prarabdha karmas. Prarabdha. Note down. Three types of karmas are accepted in Indian tradition, traditional Indian philosophy. Three types of karmas. Three types of karmas. Just note down. Karma means action. First one is prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karmas. But the karmas which were performed in previous life, and now we are getting fruits of that one. Now we are getting fruits of those karmas. Prarabdha karmas are those karmas which are done by ourselves, which were done by ourselves in our previous life, and now we are getting fruits of those deeds. Our present condition, your present condition is the result of your past deeds. You are the result of your prarabdha. If you are getting happiness or suffering, it is the result of your prarabdha. In which family you will take birth, what kind of conditions, circumstances you will face, it is decided according to your past deeds, known as prarabdha. Sanchit. Second kind of karma is sanchit. And third one is sanchayman or kriyaman. Sanchayman karma. Prarabdha, sanchit and sanchayman, three types of karmas are discussed in Indian philosophical tradition. In Upanishadic thoughts you will find. In Upanishad it said three types of karmas. Those karmas performed by ourselves in previous life, now you are getting fruits. Those are prarabdha karma. Our present condition is the result of our prarabdha. Second, संचित कर्माज, अभी वो स्टॉक में है. संचित कर्माज are those karmas done by ourselves in previous life, but we will find fruits of those things. We have not find so far fruits. They are संचित, इकट्ठा है एक जगह पे, बैलेंस है, वो डिपॉजिट है, अभी संचित है. And sanchayman karmas are those karmas performed in this life and will find fruits of those things in future. Sanchayman karma. Three types of karmas. Three types, technical terms, please. Okay. Technical term, okay. Must be aware. Three types of karmas are accepted in Indian philosophical tradition. Prarabdha. Second one is sanchit. And third one is sanchayman or kriyaman. Sanchayman. So prarabdha, sanchit and sanchayman. Charvakas have not accepted different kinds of karmas. They have accepted this life is the last life. This life is the last life, neither previous life nor future life. Only one life, that is this life. In this way, they have rejected previous birth and rebirth. Who? Charvaka. We have discussed how Charvakas have rejected notion of the rebirth means to take birth again and again. Notion of rebirth is related to soul. Since Charvakas have rejected soul, that's why they have rejected rebirth. Second thing is that notion of rebirth is related to three types of karmas. Notion of rebirth is related to three types of karmas: prarabdha karma, sanchit karma, sanchayvan karma. Charvakas have denied different types of karmas. They have accepted this life is the only life. So, no ground to accept previous life and future life like that. Rebirth refuted by them. Next, liberation. Liberation. Liberation, note down. Charvakas have rejected liberation. Charvakas have even rejected liberation as the highest aim of our life, since it is not perceived. They have not accepted liberation. In other places, in Indian philosophical tradition, liberation is accepted as the highest spiritual aim of our life. That is called moksha. Charvakas have denied that liberation is the highest aim of our life, since it is not perceived. In place of liberation, they have accepted kama, sensuous pleasure or physical pleasure or sensuous pleasure as the highest aim of our life. In place of liberation, accepted kama as the highest aim. Second point. Clear? Second point. Notion of liberation is related to soul. Wherever notion of liberation, it is related to soul. Notion of liberation is related to soul. Since Charvakas have rejected soul, that's why they have rejected liberation also. Third point. Notion of liberation is related to soul. Since Charvakas have rejected soul, that's why they have rejected liberation. Third point. How Charvakas have rejected liberation? Third point. Liberation means complete cessation of suffering. Note down. Liberation means complete cessation of suffering. Complete cessation of suffering. It is possible only after death. It is said by Charvaka. Complete cessation of suffering. This particular condition, complete cessation of suffering, according to Charvaka, it is possible only after death. After death, only complete cessation of suffering. It is accepted. Liberation means complete cessation of suffering, removal of suffering, complete removal, elimination of suffering from our life. It is said by Charvaka, it is possible to control suffering, minimize suffering, but we can't eliminate, remove suffering completely from our life. Complete cessation of suffering is possible only after death. Next point. Death can't be accepted as aim of our life. Death can't be accepted as aim of our life. Said by them. Death can't be accepted as aim of our life. Said by them. Clear? Follow clear? In this way, they have rejected liberation also. So, in process of refuting transcendental entities, you will refute soul, God, heaven and hell, rebirth, liberation, etc. This one is rejection of transcendental entities. Here, transcendental entities. Is it clear? सारे लोग बोलना. Is it clear? Straightforward. This one is the most important one, but we have discussed this one in detail. Apart from that, 2-3 lines, 4 lines sufficient to write how refuted God, how refuted heaven, hell, rebirth, liberation, etc. This one is the unique aspect of Charvaka's philosophy. They have rejected notion of soul, which was accepted by almost all Indian philosophical thinkers. Clear? Aggressor, yes. Clear. When Charvakas rejected transcendental entities, then others, how it is rejected by others. So note down criticism. Criticism. How others have rejected Charvaka's position. Think logically. See, Vikas Kumar Yadav, what I have said. See, how they can accept after that. See, it is said by Charvakas that if liberation means complete cessation of suffering, so such kind of condition is not possible in life. Complete cessation of suffering is possible only after death. It is said by them. And we can't accept death as the highest aim of our life. कोई नहीं चाहता कि डेथ हो जाए. So how can we accept liberation? See the point, what they have said. See what is said by Charvaka. Charvakas have said, if liberation means complete cessation of suffering, complete removal of suffering, so complete removal of suffering is not possible in this life. Not possible in this life. It is possible only after death. कोई मर जाए तो इसका मतलब दुख खत्म. But we can't accept death as the highest aim of our life. So we can't accept liberation as the highest aim of our life. That's all. Clear? It should be clear. Now, how others have rejected Charvaka's position? How see? First point is that it is said by critics that in process of refuting transcendental entities, Charvakas have taken help of inference again and again. Inference. They have taken help of inference. In process of refuting transcendental entities, Charvakas have taken help of inference. Since inference, according to them, inference is not a source of valid knowledge, it means that they are unable to refute transcendental entities in real sense. How? Try to think. No, Risuraj. What is said accepted in Hinduism, Charvaka's thought is quite different from that. Or Hindu is not a religion, it is said by our Supreme Court. It's a way of life, sometimes it is said. Lot of debate will start. No need to write Hinduism. In place of Hinduism, write Indian philosophy. See, it is said by critics that, note down, when Charvakas become unable to perceive God, soul, etc., when Charvakas become unable to find perception of, when Charvakas become unable to find perception of God, soul, etc., then they start to infer non-existence of God, soul, etc. Then they start to infer non-existence of God, soul, etc. It means they have rejected transcendental entities taking help of inference. In this sense, it is possible to say that they have taken help of, in process of refuting transcendental entities, they have taken help of inference. It shows contradiction in their thought. One side they have refuted validity of inference, and second side, in process of refuting God, soul, heaven, hell, etc., they have taken help of inference. Taking help of inference, they have refuted such kind of entities. How? Try to see. See, it seems that Charvaka's rejection of transcendental entities like God, soul, etc., is based on perception. It seems that, not in reality. It is said God can't be accept. We can't accept existence of God since it is not perceived. We can't accept existence of soul since it is not perceived. We can't accept heaven since it is not perceived. So it seems that the refutation of these realities is dependent on perception. But think logically and minutely. It is said by critics that when Charvaka become unable to find perception of God, soul, liberation, heaven, hell, etc., when they become unable to find perception, then they start to infer non-existence of that thing. So non-existence of God, soul, etc. is based on inference, not on the basis of perception. For example, imagine you have lost something. Imagine किसी चीज को आपने खो दिया. And you have tried your level best to find perception of that thing. आपने चारों तरफ ढूंढ लिया, खोजा उसको, just try to find perception of that thing, but unable to find perception of that object. Then you will start to infer that कि लगता है कि वो खत्म हो गया है, वो ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्ट्रॉय हो गया. You will start to infer non-existence of that object. Mere on the basis of perception, you can't say God doesn't exist. When Charvakas become unable to find any perception of God, soul, heaven, hell, etc., then they start to infer non-existence of God, soul, etc. It proves that in process of refuting transcendental entities, they have taken help of inference. So one side they have refuted validity of inference, and second side they have taken help of inference in process of refuting transcendental entities. One of the most important criticism said by others. Is it clear? सारे लोग बोलना. Is it clear? How Charvaka's rejection of transcendental entities is rejected by others. So this one is the most important. Is it clear? सारे लोग बोलो. Okay, Harpreet or yes, Rimjim, Ayush, Manish, yes, Aggressor, Vikas, clear है? Yes, Deepak, Abhishek. So this one is the most important one. Second thing is the second refutation. Second refutation. See, they have explained, they have said that they have explained origin of consciousness on the basis of four kinds of material elements: earth, air, water, fire. It is said by them that when these four kinds of material elements, these are material elements, combined with each other in a particular proportion, then accidentally consciousness comes out. And to explain these are material elements four: earth, air, water, fire. An accidental combination, consciousness will come out. Consciousness will come out. And to explain this one, they have given one example. They have given example of betel leaf, areca nut, lime, etc. And it is said, due to their association, when we combine them with each other, then we find a redness, new quality. Here also consciousness is a new quality. It is not present in any one of them. New quality. So they have explained origin of consciousness taking help of this example. You see no readiness in betel leaf, areca nut, lime, but when they combined with each other in a particular proportion, then readiness comes out from there. New quality produced from there, although it is not present in any of the ingredients. So critics have said that this example is not fit. Yes, बिल्कुल सही है. पहले आप यहाँ देखो. It is said by critics that These beta leaf, ericanut, lime, all are material elements. And this redness is a material quality. So it is possible to explain the origin of material quality on the basis of material element. It's a matter of perception. It is possible to perceive through perception also. Beta leaf, ericanut, lime, all are material elements. And the quality which is coming out, redness, new quality, although this was a material quality. But these are material elements. And this one is quite opposite from it. Consciousness is quite different from material elements. Consciousness we find soul, etc. So consciousness is opposite quality compared to material elements. And this is not a matter of perception. We have never seen consciousness is coming out from earth, air, water, fire. This one is possible to verify, individual verification. On the basis of beta leaf, ericanut, lime, possible to explain origin of redness. So these are material elements, this one is material quality, possible to explain. But on the basis of material elements, earth, air, water, fire, we can't explain opposite quality, that is consciousness, logically. It's not a matter of perception. So the example given by them is irrelevant, not fit. This was the second most, it shows inner contradiction in their thought. Clear? लोग बोलना इसको. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear? This second refutation clear? When question was raised, how on the basis of material elements consciousness can be explained, origin of consciousness. So they have given example. You see, redness is not present in any of the ingredients, but it is possible to produce new quality. Critics have said these are material elements, redness is a material quality, possible to explain, matter of perception. These are material elements, but this was the opposite quality, consciousness, never find perception. So not possible to explain origin of consciousness on the basis of material elements. Clear? Okay. After that, one or two refutation, you will take help of printed notes, and then you will write finally importance. In importance, you will write when Charvakas, must be when Charvakas refuted God, soul, heaven, hell, liberation, rebirth, then other philosophical systems, they become bound to support God, soul, etc. through more arguments, given more arguments. They have started to provide arguments. In this way, critical approach developed in Indian philosophy. Indian philosophy become enriched. Although they in Charvakas are unable to refute God, soul, etc. But once they started to refute, other philosophical becomes bound to provide arguments, and in this way Indian philosophy argumentative हुआ, Indian philosophy का development हुआ, critical approach introduced हुआ, and they said Charvakas philosophers have said Indian philosophy from dogmatism. Dogmatism means without sound ground. If you are accepting something, it means dogmatism. Charvakas have saved Indian philosophy from dogmatism. Earlier, most of the places it was accepted without any ground. Yes, God exists. But when Charvakas started to refute God, soul, etc., others become bound to provide arguments. And in this way, Indian philosophy, dogmatism से separate हुआ. Blind belief से separate हुआ. It is said, this was the contribution of Charvaka philosophy. And once this question was asked, already printed notes in this regard, you have to take help of printed notes. Retain one paragraph, 6-7 lines retain. Must be aware. Charvaka philosophy saved Indian philosophy from dogmatism. It indicates, this line indicates importance of Charvaka philosophy. This one is one of the most important aspect of Charvaka. They have saved Indian philosophy from dogmatism. Although they are unable to refute God, soul, etc. But when God, soul, etc. was refuted by Charvaka, others become bound to provide arguments. And in this way, critical approach, Indian philosophy enrich हुआ, develop हुआ, strong हुआ, sound हुआ, saved Indian philosophy from dogma. This one is the दीपक सिंह सर प्लीज, लेकिन बॉडी मास अलग हो तो कंसिस्टेंस, बट जब वो बॉडी आ जाती है, हाउ कैन यू से other places must be aware, Deepak Singh, other places is said we are combination of body and soul. We are human beings are combination of body and soul. Other places, and soul is related to consciousness. So all conscious consciousness qualities are two types. So conscious qualities, for example, pain, pleasure, happiness, desire, will, doubt. These are conscious qualities. Pain, pleasure, happiness, desire, will, doubt, etc. Who is the owner of conscious qualities? Basically, these are related to soul, not related to body. Body में pain, pleasure नहीं होता है, ध्यान करना. Soul, these are conscious qualities. Body में है weight, height, color. Body में material quality. Body is the ground of material quality. You must be able. And these are conscious qualities. So far as soul exists, we will find conscious pain, pleasure, etc. But once soul is separated from body, soul हट गई, then in body you will not find any pain. No, you will not find any pleasure, happiness, desire. Just after death, so when soul separated from body, and after that, soul doesn't find any pain, pleasure, etc. So far, and this consciousness is related to soul, said by other philosophical system. But it is said by Charvaka, consciousness is related to body. It is the quality of body. It is accidental quality of body, said by Charvaka. Other philosophical, consciousness related to soul. Soul is separate from body. So this one is the matter of debate, and we have discussed this one. That's all. Is it clear? Yes. What is accepted by Charvaka, it's a matter of inference. Okay, no doubt. बिल्कुल है. What you are saying, Rimjim Chaturvedi, this is correct. Clear? तो ये other philosophical system में conscious qualities, soul, body, material quality. Body is made of material element. Soul, conscious in nature, or related to consciousness related to soul. Clear? So this one is the importance I have discussed. Note down. Epicurus of Greeks, वो भी कुछ मिलता जुलता है. Epicurus भी, in one sense similar to Charvaka's thought. They have also accepted mental pleasure or pleasure as the highest aim of our life. Epicurus. No need to go. No need to write. Sideline कर दो. Any problem? बिल्कुल है. Can it be a criticism? Yes, it's a kind of criticism of Charvaka's philosophy. Clear? Agree, sir? Okay. See, Charvakas have said something. Charvakas have said something. And except in process of propounding their thoughts, their philosophy, they have used words. And they have used some sentences, statements, etc. And they have accepted their words, sentences, and statements as valid. What we are saying, it is correct. Charvakas have accepted them as valid, correct. They have accepted their statements, sentences, and what they have said. They have accepted those are valid, correct. But validity of words and statements are dependent on inference. So what they have propounded, it means that they have taken help of inference. Jim Chaturvedi, you are asking this question. So it's clear. Charvakas have said they have said regarding their own thought. In this way, they have used some words. कुछ वर्ड्स को उन्होंने अटर किया है, कुछ स्टेटमेंट एंड सेंटेंस आया है, एंड एक्सेप्टेड दोज वर्ड्स एंड सेंटेंसेस एज वैलिड, एंड वैलिडिटी ऑफ वर्ड्स एंड सेंटेंसेस itself depends on inference. It means that they have taken help of inference in process of propounding their thoughts. That's all. Note down Akash. How Akash is rejected by them. Note down Akash. क्या है रिक्वेस्ट? यस महेश्वरी, व्हाट्स योर रिक्वेस्ट? आई हैव ए रिक्वेस्ट. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ रिक्वेस्ट यू हैव? बोलो. प्रॉब्लम है तो समस्या का समाधान निकाल देंगे. जस्ट आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग आई विल डिस्कस दिस ईयर क्वेश्चन 21. व्हाट्स द प्रॉब्लम? यस महेश्वरी. अच्छा ठीक है. यस महेश्वरी, आप इस पे एक बार बात कर लो. अगर आप पहले से हो तो हम डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशन ले लेंगे अलग से सेपरेटली. इट्स ओके, करेक्ट. तो हमको लगता है आप इस पर्टिकुलर बैच से पहले के बैच में हो. तो यस, आप इस पे एक मैसेज कर दो कि एक डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशन फिलोसफी के लिए ऑर्गेनाइज हो जाए. आप इस पे एक नंबर पे मैसेज कर दो 87501 87505 पे. हम बात कर लेते हैं इस पे. एंड सर्टेनली वन स्पेशल सेशन विल बी ऑर्गेनाइज जस्ट टू क्लियर योर डाउट जिसका भी डाउट हो. नहीं, एक बार फिर से लिख दो. आज मैं अभी इन्फॉर्म कर दूंगा. यू विल फाइंड कंप्लीट इन्फॉर्मेशन. यस, प्रॉब्लम हो, डाउट हो तो एक जगह इकट्ठा कर लो एंड हम एक क्लास लेके उसको क्लियर खत्म कर लेंगे. और क्लास कब ले लें? मोस्ट प्रोबेबली सेकेंड को और थर्ड को. नेक्स्ट इस संडे को छोड़कर नेक्स्ट संडे को आपकी क्लास हो जाएगी. नेक्स्ट सैटरडे और संडे, इस सैटरडे संडे को छोड़कर नेक्स्ट सैटरडे और संडे वन स्पेशल क्लास डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशन फॉर दोज हु हैव ऑलरेडी कंप्लीटेड दिस पार्ट, और जो पहले से जुड़े हुए हैं उनके लिए. तो यस आप इंडिकेट कर देना, हम क्लास ले लेंगे. ठीक है. यस वेस्टर्न. अब जो पार्ट होगा कोई भी पार्ट से सवाल पूछ सकते हो, वो इंडियन हो वेस्टर्न हो कोई बात नहीं. ये उस पर क्लास ले लेंगे. और ये भी हो सकता है कि हम नेक्स्ट जो सैटरडे संडे होगा, इस सैटरडे संडे को छोड़कर, उसमें जो दिस ईयर के 21 का जो सवाल है इसको भी डिस्कस कर ले, वेस्टर्न फिलोसफी का स्पेशली. पूरा वेस्टर्न फिलोसफी डिस्कस कर देंगे. एक बार और इन्फॉर्म कर देना. यस क्लियर? ले लें, उसका भी क्लियर कर देंगे. सवाल इकट्ठा करके रखे रहना अखिलेश. नेक्स्ट सैटरडे संडे मोस्ट प्रोबेबली 2 या 3 तारीख को, 2-3 को नहीं आएगा. जो 4 या 5 फरवरी को आएगा सैटरडे या संडे, उसमें आई विल हम अलग अलग ले लेंगे. एक वेस्टर्न फिलोसफी का डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशन ले लेंगे और एक फिलोसफी ऑफ रिलीजन का कर लेंगे. इसको आप इन्फॉर्म कर देना. ठीक है, अलग से कर लेंगे. नोट डाउन आकाश. आकाश तो हमने बोला ना दीपक सिंह. तो नेक्स्ट सैटरडे संडे को एक क्लास में हम इन वेस्टर्न को डील कर लेंगे और एक क्लास में रिलीजन को. आज वाली क्लास में हम आई विल ट्राई कि जो इंडियन फिलोसफी का क्वेश्चन उसको डिस्कस कर लें आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग चारवाकाश फिलोसफी. नोट डाउन आकाश. नोट डाउन. Charvakas have accepted only 4 material elements and refuted the 5th one, Akash. Note down. Accepted 4, only 4. Earth, air, water and fire. And refuted 5th element, that is Akash. refuted Akash as a fifth element. Since it is not perceived, but inferred. It is inferred, and inference is not a source of valid knowledge. That's why they have rejected Akash. See, Akash के बारे में लिखना हो तो कैसे लिखोगे? Twice already questions has been asked. Charvakas have accepted only 4 material elements: earth, air, water, and fire, and refuted the fifth one, that is Akash, since it is not perceived, but it is inferred, and since inference is not a source of valid knowledge, that's why they have rejected Akash. लिख लेना, printed notes में भी है, समझ भी लो. Since they have refuted Akash, it's a perception. See, first point clear. Second point. What's the first point? Charvakas have accepted only 4 material elements, that is earth, air, water, and fire, and refuted the fifth one, that is Akash, since it is not perceived. Knowledge of Akash is based on inference. And since inference is not a source of valid knowledge, that's why they have rejected Akash. Second point. In Nyaya, Vaisheshika, philosophy, etc., Akash is accepted as a ground of quality of sound. Note down. In Nyaya, Vaisheshika, philosophy, etc., Akash is accepted as a ground or locus of quality of sound, and said by it is inferred, and knowledge of Akash is explained on the basis of inference. It is notable that in Nyaya Vaisheshika philosophy, Akash is accepted as locus or ground of quality of sound, and its knowledge is explained on the basis of inference by Naiyayikas. Clear? Now, third point. See, qualities. Locus or ground or substratum, you can say. Qualities. Form. Test. Form, taste, touch. What are those 5? Form, taste, smell. Form, taste, smell, touch, and sound. These are 4 important qualities, 5 important qualities, and locus of these qualities are accepted. Form, quality of form is fire. In fire, you will find form. Taste, ground of taste is water. Ground of smell is earth. Ground of touch is air. And ground of quality of sound is Akash. It is accepted by Naiyayikas, Nyaya. And it is inferred. According to Nyaya. Nyaya philosophers have accepted Akash as a locus of quality of sound. In Nyaya philosophy, these 5 elements are accepted: earth, air, water, fire, and Akash. Earth, air, water, and fire, and Akash. And in which sense Akash is accepted? You may sideline this one, but we have written all those 5. Panchabhuta, concept of Panchabhuta you will find in Indian philosophy overall, with some exception. Concept of Panchabhuta, 5 bhutas, and these 5 bhutas are basically 5 material elements, are ground of 5 kinds of qualities: form, fire, taste, water, smell, touch, air, and sound. And this one is accepted by Nyaya outrightly. Akash is the locus of quality of sound and it is inferred basically. Now, this one is refuted by Charvaka. Charvakas have refuted Akash. Why refuted? Since it is inferred. Since it is inferred. Inferred. And inference is not a source of valid knowledge. Inference is not a source of valid knowledge. That's why Charvakas have refuted Akash. When questions arise, how will explain quality of sound? These four are accepted by Charvaka also. So when it is asked from Charvaka, how you will explain quality of sound? So they have said that we can explain quality of sound on the basis of air particles. So note down, according to Charvaka, on the basis of air particles, quality of sound can be explained. On the basis of air particles, quality of sound can be explained. So there is no need, quality of sound can be explained. So there is no need to accept Akash, as a reality. We will not accept Akash is real. Akash is not a reality. Four kinds of realities: earth, air, water, fire. Since they are perception, we find perception of them. Akash can't be accepted. Since quality of sound can be explained on the basis of air particles, possible to explain, that's why Akash is rejected. And second one is Akash is inferred, and inference is not a source of valid knowledge, so we will not accept Akash. When question was arised, how sound can be explained? So sound can be explained on the basis of air particles. Said by whom? Charvaka. That's all. And you must be think scientifically, science point of view. साइंस, मॉडर्न साइंस को देखो, दोनों एस्पेक्ट दिखाई देता है. लेटेस्ट रिसर्च in latest research you will find it is said that what we are saying, our words, they have their existence in this universe, in this Akash. So it is possible to find those words which was said by us, which was uttered by us in past. So present science, a lot of research is going on. What we are saying, इसका भी कुछ locus है. So this Akash, ether is accepted as the locus of this sound. You must be aware, and a lot of research is going on कि हम लोग गांधी के भी आवाज को find out कर सकते हैं, उसकी भी frequency कहीं पे होगी. In this area also, modern science, lot of research is going on. It is said by already Indian philosophy, Nyaya philosophy, locus of quality of sound is basically Akash. Now second, what is said by Charvaka? Without air, it is possible कि sound move करेगा. Air is must. Without air, it is possible to sound जाएगा. Difficult. Akash denied. No Akash as such. No soul as such. No God as such. There is no any Akash. According to whom? Charvaka. Since it is not perceived. What is God? No God. This world is made of four elements. Naturally, the associated world is made. No God, no soul, no heaven, no Akash. Why? Never find any perception. Why we should accept Akash? Akash is not a reality. Said by whom? Said by why? In other places where Akash is accepted, for example, Nyaya, they have accepted on the basis of inference. Charvakas have rejected inference. That's why they have rejected Akash also. Not accepted. No need to accept Akash to explain as a locus of sound. Sound can be explained on the basis of air particles. Air particles sufficient to explain sound. No need to accept Akash. Akash is rejected. That's all. Akash must be aware. Space is different from Akash. Clear? Is it clear? How Charvakas have rejected Akash. Rejected Akash, you have to write this point, what I am saying. Akash, knowledge of Akash is dependent on inference according to Nyaya. Charvakas have rejected inference, that's why I rejected that one. Second problem, how will explain quality of sound? According to Charvaka, air particles, no need to accept Akash, refuted, that's all, khatam, mamla khatam. No need to use more mind than that, that's all. अच्छा, स्पेस एंड आकाश. सी आयुष गौतम अग्रसेन भी पूछ रहे हैं. आई विल डिस्कस स्पेस एंड आकाश. Space is the locus of existence of different qualities, and Akash is accepted as the locus of quality of sound. Must be aware. Space is the locus of existence of different objects. Object exists in space, not Akash. Space. So when I will discuss Nyaya philosophy, then you will ask this question: difference between space and Akash. Not here. Space and Akash both are accepted by Nyayikas, Vaisheshikas. So I will discuss this one in that place, not here itself. Yeah, to refute karna. In short, we have written. In short, we have written. Here, main purpose is to refute Akash. How rejected? Clear. What's the distinction between space and Akash? Ayush Gautam, you will repeat this question in Nyaya, not here. Clear? सारे लोग बोल लो. Is it clear? Akash, clear? Akash is clear? सारे लोग बोल लो. Is it clear? Akash? Yes. Now, one more theory, more question you will find in this one. Cause-effect relationship. This one is also rejected by Charvak. Cause-effect relationship. Or causal theory is also rejected by Charvak. According to cause-effect relationship or according to causal theory, every effect has a cause. Every effect has a cause. Has a cause. Think logically. Every effect has a cause. Or you can say every effect, or you can say where there is effect, where there is effect, there is a cause. And it is accepted that between cause and effect, necessary relation, universal relation, certain relation, necessary, certain, undoubtable, necessary relation, and universal relation, certain relation between cause and effect. Necessary and universal relation exists between cause and effect. So, Charvakas have rejected cause-effect relationship also. What is cause? According to cause-effect relationship or according to causal theory, every effect has a cause. It means where there is any effect, there must be a cause. And between cause and effect, generally, necessary relation, universal relation is accepted. Charvakas have rejected this one. No necessary and universal relation between cause and effect. No. How? Area of perception is very limited. The way we have refuted Vyapti. Very limited. Every effect has a cause. This one is a universal statement. On the basis of perception, we can find only knowledge of particular, never find universal. So if on the basis of perceived some instances, cause and effect, we can't say every effect has a cause. And if on the basis of some perceived relationship between cause and effect, if it is said where there is cause, where there is effect, there must be cause. Or if it is said every effect has a cause, it leads to illicit generalization. Every effect has a cause. This one is a universal statement. And it is itself the result of illicit generalization. Since on the basis of perception we can find only knowledge of particular, never find any knowledge of universal. This one is a universal statement. It is the result of illicit generalization. That's all. Refutation of, and you have to take help of printed notes in this regard. Refutation of causal theory. Refutation of causal theory. Now, first topic is clear. First topic चार्वाका philosophy complete. ज्यादा लेंदी था ये चार्वाका philosophy. Clear? You must be aware, Achilles, what is said by Charvaka, we will not accept. Ultimately, we have refuted. That's why other places, except Charvaka, all other places, ether, Akash is accepted. सबको स्पेस में मानोगे. अखिलेश में पूछूं कितना ऊपर आकाश है, 100 फीट ऊपर आकाश है, दैट इज स्पेस. उसके ऊपर जाओ कहोगे आकाश है, हम कहेंगे ये भी स्पेस है. हाउ कैन यू से इट इज आकाश? वेयर इज आकाश? You have to write what is said by Charvaka, that's all. Just confine yourself on that part. What you are asking, you will never find any question. See the previous year's question. सारे क्वेश्चन बन जाएंगे अब, एक भी मिस नहीं होगा. और थोड़ा अभी हम लोग देख लेते हैं. चार्वाका फिलॉसफी वी हैव कंप्लीटेड. एक बार शॉर्ट में मैं बता देता हूं. इज इट क्लियर? नो नीड टू राइट लाइक दैट. अभिषेक मिश्रा, पहले आप ये समझ लो कि देयर इज नो एनी स्पेसिफिक सोर्स to know Charvaka. Must be aware. There is no any specific source to know about Charvaka. We know about Charvaka through other books, schools of other books. See, once when you will read Buddhist philosophy, books of Buddhism, Jainism, Naiyayikas, so time to time you will find refutation of Charvaka. Buddhist philosophy, they have refuted Charvaka. Jainas books, you will find refutation of Charvaka. Nyayikas, we will find refutation of Charvaka. And in this way, we become able to know something regarding Charvaka. Only one book that is available, that is Tattva Pallav Singh, written by Jayadasi Bhatt. But there is no any authentic basic book which is completely dedicated to Charvaka philosophy. To know about Charvaka, we are bound to take help of books written by डिफरेंट स्कूल्स. सो इसलिए सब चीजों का आंसर नहीं मिलता है चार्वाका में. व्हाट यू आर आस्किंग, तो अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर व्यूज वी कैन इन्फर कि इस टाइप की वो बात कहेंगे. व्हाट आई हैव सेड, व्हाट वी हैव रिटन, सो इट्स यूनिवर्सली एक्सेप्टेड पॉइंट्स. वी हैव कोटेड दोज पॉइंट्स. आफ्टर दैट उसके बाद फिर हो जाएगा इधर उधर. इट इज सेड दैट कि since Charvakas once in a particular period of time they were very much popular, so उनके सारे it is said by some places, उनके सारे बुक्स को लोगों ने डिस्ट्रॉय कर दिया कि ये फिलोसफी इज नॉट गुड फॉर ह्यूमन बींग्स. सो दैट्स व्हाई देयर इज नो एनी डायरेक्ट सोर्स टू नो चार्वाकास थॉट. षट दर्शन समूचे और जयदासी भट्ट का जो बुक है वही है, अदरवाइज तो सब सेकेंडरी सोर्स है. What we have discussed, these are universally accepted facts. Without any doubt, you may write. क्लियर है? आगे बढ़ते हैं. देखो ये 2021 का सवाल है. जस्ट आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन इंडियन फिलोसफी. 21 इंडियन फिलोसफी. Indian philosophy. अगर आपके पास नोट्स होगा, बहुत सारे आपके पास नोट्स होंगे जो 17th ऑफ जनवरी से बहुत लोगों को मिला होगा पहले, बिफोर. If you have my printed notes and class notes, previous year's class notes, able to write all the questions, सारे क्वेश्चन लिख सकते हो इन इंडियन फिलोसफी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल 21 का ये सवाल है, 2021 एग्जाम हुआ था 17th ऑफ जनवरी को 22 में ड्यू टू कोविड. Does the seed contain the tree? Contain the tree? Discuss with reference to Nyaya Vaisheshika's philosophy. So this one is a theory related to Asat Karyavad. Asat Karyavad. See, one group has said जो seeds है, seed is the cause and tree is the effect. So one group has said it inheres in seed, that is Sat Karyavad. Tree is not a new beginning, accepted by Sankhya. Tree is not present in seed, it is Asat Karyavad. So does the seed contain in the tree? Yes, said by Sankhya philosopher. No, said by Naiyayikas. Nyaya Vaisheshika, no. Tree is a new beginning. Tree is a new beginning. Accepted newness. And Buddhist philosophy, origin of tree is dependent on seed. Three important theories which is described in our system. Sata Karyavad, effect pre-exists in its cause, effect doesn't pre-exist in its cause, and effect is dependent on its cause. So one group, tree exists inside seed, Sat Karyavad Sankhya. Tree doesn't exist in seed, Asat Karyavad shared by Naiyayikas. Tree is dependent on seed by Apta Purush, Sabda Prabala. Very straightforward nature of Sabda Prabala. If by printed notes, you will find this particular word, you will find this word is used, Ayuta Siddha. Ayuta Siddha means inseparable relation, you can't separate them. समवाय पे ऑलरेडी क्वेश्चन आ चुका है प्रीवियस ईयर्स में. इट्स नॉट ए न्यू टॉपिक. समवाय, तो समवाय पे क्वेश्चन, इट्स ए काइंड ऑफ पदार्थ आउट ऑफ 7 पदार्थ, इट इज वन ऑफ देम. दिस वन इज क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू न्याय वैशेषिका फिलोसफी, वैशेषिका फिलोसफी, वैशेषिका फिलोसफी, वैशेषिक दर्शन में. सो इवन इन क्लास नोट्स ऑल्सो एंड प्रिंटेड नोट्स विल फाइंड दिस इनसेपरेबिलिटी. अयूत सिद्ध, हमारे प्रीवियस के क्लास नोट्स में देखो, विल फाइंड अयूत सिद्ध संबंध. द सेम टर्म इज यूज्ड, अयूत सिद्ध. नॉट पॉसिबल टू सेपरेट. इफ यू विल सेपरेट, एटलीस्ट वन विल बी डिस्ट्रॉय. अगर प्रिंटेड नोट्स होगा, दिस वन वाज नॉट डिस्कस्ड इन क्लास, बट इट इज रिटन इन प्रिंटेड नोट्स. एंड वेयर एवर द टर्म पुद्गल नैरात्म एंड धर्म नैरात्म इज रिटन, इट इज रिटन इन बोल्ड, इट इज इटालिक करके लिखा हुआ है, इटालिक मोड में. थोड़ा सा उसको तिरछा किया होगा वर्ड्स को. इन प्रिंटेड नोट्स ऑलरेडी देयर, सफिशिएंट है वहां से देखने के लिए. डिस्कस कर देंगे ऋषिराज, पहले ये देख लो, अभी देखा नहीं है, इसको हमको प्रीवियस सीरीज वालों के लिए देखना पड़ेगा. It is a pessimistic approach to many religions to postpone a state of bliss. No. Adya, we can't say like that. Not pessimistic approach of many religions. Religions में in place of moksha you will find notion of heaven or hell in religious sphere. Notion of moksha you will find, liberation you will find on the level of philosophy. Indian philosophy notion of liberation is there. Concept of liberation is related to Indian philosophy. On the level of religion, in place of liberation, they have accepted heaven, hell, etc. क्या है हम देख लेंगे उसको. No, not only after death. If you are saying only after death, then pessimistic. ये 2000 देखो आप, 2011 में क्वेश्चन है which we have discussed. 2011 comment on the bearing of Charvaka's epistemology on the rejection of transcendental entities. So if you accept Charvaka's epistemology, accept perception and refute inference, verbal testimony, etc., so undoubtedly you will become bound to refute transcendental entities like God, soul, etc. This one was asked in 2011, 2021. This one was also asked, it's a repetition, clash, repetition. क्लास नोट्स में भी है, प्रिंटेड नोट्स में भी है. ये तीन गुण, गुणत्रय, गुणाज, इट्स ए रिपीटेशन, नॉट ए न्यू क्वेश्चन. अभाव, एक बार मैं नोट कर देता हूं 4-5 चीजों को. अभाव, जस्ट नोट कर लो. अभाव, सी हियर. अभाव, इट्स ऑल्सो ए रिपीटेशन, नॉट ए न्यू क्वेश्चन. दिस वन रिपीटेशन. गुणाज और गुणत्रय रिपीटेशन. क्लेश रिपीटेड. कितना रिपीटेशन है ये देख लो आप. This one is not a new question. First time this question is at Pudgal, and this one is not repetition, but some why already asked by them. And first one उसको थोड़ा नया किया है, but it's not a new question. अनिर्वचनीय ख्याति already asked, but so many years before. I think in लगभग 15-16 years before they have asked already अनिर्वचनीय ख्याति, अनिर्वचनीय ख्याति. And if you will see printed notes and class notes, you will find direct question, momentariness, theory of momentariness, and how Buddhists have explained problem of memory and personal identity. Both are discussed in this particular part. सप्तभंगी ने कई बार सवाल है, 7-fold सप्तभंगी ने है. अरविंद का क्वेश्चन, इससे अगर अरविंद पढ़ोगे, you will certainly will find answer of that one. It's not a new something new. That's the part of Chaitanya Aurobindo's philosophy. Regarding Jagat, it's a repetition. A status of world according to Shankar and Ramanuj. Jiva and Jagat according to Madhvacharya. In Indian philosophy, almost 90% questions are repeated. 90% repeat है. अगर previous years का question solve करके गए हो तो सब लिख कर आओगे. Only one question is new, that is in Buddhist philosophy, and it's not discussed in class, but it was the part of my printed notes. अलग से लिखा हुआ पुद्गल नैरात्मन धर्म नैरात्मन. जैसे कोई मैं एग्जाम्पल देकर दिखा रहा हूं, देखो कोई एक टॉपिक खोल दो, फिलोसफी का क्वेश्चन. मैं शंकर का सवाल दिखा रहा हूं. 3 क्वेश्चंस आर आस्क्ड फ्रॉम शंकराचार्य. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एक मीमांसा में क्वेश्चन था, सी हियर. How was asked in 2021, and this already asked in previous years in UPC 2014. Abhava was asked, abhava, absence or abhava. The 3 questions are asked from Vedanta philosophy, and see all those questions are here or not. See, in 2021, one question was asked. Question was related to error, concept of Advaita Vedanta, error concept, and also asked Nyaya's theory. So Advaita Vedantic theory of error is known as Anirvachaniya Khyativad. So Advaita Vedanta's theory of error means Anirvachaniya Khyativad. It was asked in 93, and this year also asked. Apart from that, again you will find question. See, इस साल क्वेश्चन है वर्ल्ड के बारे में. वर्ल्ड, नोशन ऑफ वर्ल्ड, एंड अद्वैत वेदांता एंड रामानुज एंड शंकराचार्य रिगार्डिंग वर्ल्ड. ऑलरेडी क्वेश्चन हैज बीन आस्क्ड, पहले पूछा जा चुका है. See, this question was asked 2008. See, Explain Shankara's view on the status of Jagat and Ramanujacharya response to it. So regarding Jagat, status of Shankaracharya, and regarding Jagat, Ramanujacharya. Jagat के बारे में शंकर एंड रामानुज, स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड क्वेश्चन जो इस साल आया है 21 में. जगत, शंकर, रामानुज, अभी देख लेंगे. See the question. One more question related to Madhva. मध्व में था जीव एंड जगत. यहां पे देख लो, मध्वाच थॉट रिगार्डिंग जीव एंड जगत. अभी हम देखेंगे, एक एक करके देख लेंगे. See the question. Critically account of Madhva Vedant. So once you write Madhva Vedant, you are bound to write God, world and soul. God, world and soul. You are bound to write, and this question was asked in 2021. Apart from that, also some other places. See the question, this question, 2005. The nature of Brahma, Jiva and Jagat according to Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya. अब देख लो. See, Madhvacharya's philosophy, Jiva and Jagat in the philosophy of Madhvacharya. Earlier, Jiva, Jagat and Brahm also in Madhvacharya. 2005 में है. Shankar and Ramanuj regarding status of world. This question was asked already in 2005. अरविंद का भी सवाल नया नहीं है. सप्तभंगी ने फ्रिक्वेंटली दिस क्वेश्चन हैज बीन आस्क्ड. केवल एक क्वेश्चन नया है, ध्यान रखना आप. By and by, we will certainly find out all those things. Only one question new in Indian philosophy, that is this one. Not asked earlier. Pudgal Nairatma and Dharma Nairatma. A.V. Shantar. Difference between Pudgal Nairatma and Dharma Nairatma. Otherwise, all the notes are from class notes itself. Few places you have to take help of printed notes. Clear? Now you have class notes. First topic we have discussed Charvaka philosophy, and the question related to Charvaka is already clear, 100% clear. Charvaka's epistemology on the rejection of transcendental entities. Refuted transcendental entities since they have accepted some specific kind of theory of knowledge. Bolo, clear? Anyone any question? Anyone any question? We have completed Charvaka philosophy. Any question from Charvaka? Anyone free to ask? स्ट्रेटेजी फॉर प्रीलिम्स बाद में बता देंगे. स्ट्रेटेजी फॉर प्रीलिम्स. कोचिंग के कंटेंट पे कम काम करोगे, अपने से पढ़ोगे, ज़्यादा काम होगा. नेवर डिपेंडेंट एट वन सोर्स. प्रैक्टिस खूब करो प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस की. प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन, मॉडल क्वेश्चंस, मोर देन 1 or 2 कोचिंग्स. क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस खूब होनी चाहिए. प्रैक्टिस से परफेक्शन आएगा. चारवाका में एनी प्रॉब्लम? वी हैव कंप्लीटेड चारवाका फिलोसफी। अब हम लोग जैना फिलोसफी को शुरू करेंगे। जैना फिलोसफी फ्रेश टॉपिक, लास्ट ईयर 1 क्वेश्चन 10 मार्क्स फ्रॉम जैना फिलोसफी। जैना फिलोसफी पे लास्ट ईयर 1 क्वेश्चन इन बीपीएससी ऑल्सो and 1 question in UPPCS also. 1 question UPSC, BPSC, UPPCS. बीपीएससी का भी था क्वेश्चन एक। बीपीएससी में 50 मार्क्स का था एक क्वेश्चन, यूपीएससी में 10 मार्क्स का, और यूपीपीसीएस में शायद 15 मार्क्स है शायद। इज इट क्लियर? एनीवन, एनी क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम चारवाका? वी हैव कंप्लीटेड फर्स्ट टॉपिक in detail, each and every aspect. Few places you have to take help of printed notes. That's all. देखो, अगर सरदाज 50 मार्क्स का सवाल, तो मैं बता ही रहा हूँ 50 मार्क्स का रहा होगा। लास्ट ईयर है एक सवाल, वो भी टैकल हो जाएगा। जैना में था सवाल। They have not asked any question from Charvaka so far for the last so many years in BPSC. But possible है इस साल पूछ ले। Even in BPSC, UPSC का तो सब देख लिया आप। BPSC में है ही नहीं तो कहाँ से देखोगे? But possible to ask new question in BPSC also. Clear? So tomorrow 7:30 फ्रेश टॉपिक जैना फिलोसफी। कल से शुरुआत करेंगे जैना फिलोसफी। अब फर्स्ट टॉपिक पढ़ लिया तो इंडियन फिलोसफी में अब आपकी स्पीड ठीक हो जाएगी। फर्स्ट ही टॉपिक ज़्यादा वो कॉम्प्लेक्स था, यहाँ पे रिफ्यूटेशन को, ये इन्फ्लुएंस को रिफ्यूट करना था। तो नाउ वी हैव कंप्लीटेड फर्स्ट टॉपिक, दैट इज चारवाका। सो कल से हम लोग जैना फिलोसफी की शुरुआत करेंगे, जैन दर्शन फ्रॉम टुमारो। थैंक यू। ध्यान रखना, अगले इस सैटरडे संडे को छोड़कर नेक्स्ट सैटरडे संडे जो 4 या 5 फरवरी को आएगा, तो एक क्लास मैं ले लूँगा आप लोगों का, चूँकि अभी इंडियन आप लोगों का वेस्टर्न फिलोसफी हुआ है, तो वेस्टर्न फिलोसफी का डिस्कस करा देंगे। वेस्टर्न फिलोसफी का डिस्कशन कंप्लीट करा देंगे। क्लियर?